talk about the significance of Kobani, a place, at least in the United States, most people probably have never heard of until this week.
Well, what's happening there is immensely significant in a number of respects. I mean, first of all, despite what President Obama was saying, that if ISIS, if the Islamic State take Kobani, this will be a victory for them. And this will be their response to Obama saying he was going to degrade and destroy ISIS. I think that what's coming out of Washington saying somehow it doesn't matter and they're going to attack the infrastructure and the control headquarters of ISIS is really a diversion. ISIS is a guerrilla organization. It doesn't have mini Pentagons scattered over Iraq and Syria from which it controls its operations. So I think that if it does fall, this will be a symptom of a pretty massive military failure. And it's not just in Syria this is happening, that in Iraq as well, it's very little reported because it's so dangerous to go there, that much of Anbar province, this enormous province, about a quarter of Iraq, much of the province that wasn't under ISIS control has fallen since an offensive began on the 2nd of October. So they're very close to, in fact, beginning to get into West Baghdad. So this is really a massive setback that seems to be happening to President Obama's policy for dealing with the Islamic State.
Patrick Cockburn, could you explain why? Because many commentators have pointed out that given that the strikes have been taking place, U.S. airstrikes, it's unclear how it is that ISIS is continuing to advance.
Well, it's a pretty proficient organization. It combines extreme religious fanaticism with military expertise. And it's an organization that exalts martyrdom, so it can take quite a lot of casualties. Another reason is that despite what President Obama was saying about this great big coalition of 44 countries, that the U.S. has held at arm's length the people who are actually fighting ISIS, such as the Syrian Kurds and the Syrian army and other groups in Iraq and Syria, and their alliance is with those who are not fighting ISIS and say they don't intend to, such as Turkey. So I think that this lack of direct liaison with the people who are fighting on the ground probably makes it much easier for ISIS to withstand these air attacks and for these air attacks to have any accuracy.
The problem is in who are the allies of the Americans in fighting ISIS. I spent some time with the Shia militias north of Baghdad in Diyala, and they were very effective. They have managed to actually stop the advance of ISIS to Baghdad from the north and northeast. But what's the price for that? All those militiamen are the product of civil war in Syria. They are so radicalized, they're so militant, they are, keen on sectarian cleansing of the areas north of Baghdad, the mixed Sunni Shia areas north of Baghdad. They are different from all the Shia militias I've worked with before in Iraq. Those are guys who, they don't differentiate between what is ISIS and what's an average Sunni. So your partner in this war against ISIS is basically a sectarian militia that is keen on ethnic cleansing. They took openly of killing the males, military-age people who can threaten or can work as an incubator for an ISIS presence in the area. So that is the problem at the moment, is if you want to fight ISIS, you have to join hands with Shia militias of Iraq. These are not different from your average Serbian militia.